Working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News Today.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Channel 4 News Today. It is Saturday, September 7th, 2013. We hope you're enjoying your morning. I'm here alongside meteorologist Nancy Van Camp, and we're going to start off with forewarned weather this morning.
Yes, it's a beautiful morning out there. Have you stepped outside recently?
Not recently. It was a little cool earlier on, but
yes,
warming up, it looks like.
We are going to be warming up in a big way today. A warm-up, certainly, on the way, and then temperatures kind of decline a little bit toward the end of the week. More details on the way.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to start this morning just south of Nashville, where at least 2 people are dead after a horrific crash in Brentwood overnight. And we now know that both victims were pedestrians. This was the scene late last night on I-65 near Concord Road. According to the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Jessica Coleman and Rodney Hatton had stepped in front of an oncoming car. Investigators say this does not appear to be a case of suicide. Apparently, the two were just trying to get to the shoulder from the median. The driver, Amber Patter, and a passenger, Linda McGillum, were injured during the collision. There's no word on their condition this morning. And it was another bad night for Nashville pedestrians. 2 people were hurt in separate accidents overnight. The first happened around 10:30, where police say a man was trying to cross Lebanon Pike. He was hit by an oncoming car. According to investigators, he was not in a crosswalk. The man was rushed to Vanderbilt in critical condition. The driver is not facing any charges. And at 9:02, just a few hours after that case we just told you about, another man was hit by a car along Murfreesboro Road in South Nashville. Police say he was also hit while trying to cross the street. Officers expect him to survive. Police say the driver did not see him until it was too late. Nashville may be developing a reputation as a dangerous place for pedestrians. In recent months, several people have been hit along busy roads, including 95-year-old Elizabeth Noose, who died Friday, just one day after she was hit by an SUV on Harding Pike. Police say she was on the sidewalk at the time of the accident. Earlier this year, 9-year-old Emma Bradshaw was hit by a car along Old Hickory Boulevard in Bellevue. Mayor Dean has spent years trying to make Nashville a safer place for pedestrians and bicyclists. He built bike lanes, trails, and sidewalks. But according to Metro Planning Organization, 88% of roads in the Nashville area earned a D or worse for pedestrian safety. Just hours from now, firefighters from across the state will gather to remember colleagues who've died in the line of duty. Among those being honored is Decatur County Fire Chief Kenny Fox. Fox died last year when a burning building collapsed on him. Just before the building gave way, he pushed 2 other firefighters outside. Investigators later determined that the blaze was the result of arson. The state has offered a $20,000 reward for information about who set that fire. 3 people are facing charges after a big gambling bust. Metro Police raided a home in Antioch where they found $114,000 in cash and also a shotgun. They also raided a North Nashville home where they found more than $22,000 and other evidence. Police made the bust after a 4-month undercover investigation.
We have caused a major disruption, if you will, into this what is a very organized illegal gambling operation that has spanned across the city of Nashville.
Justin Durrell was arrested for gambling promotion. Gwendolyn Brandon has been charged with participating in illegal gambling. And Edna Davenport, who police say was the leader, is facing charges of aggravated gambling promotion and possession of gambling records. We are to 9:04. 5 people in East Tennessee are facing a long list of charges after an illegal bear hunt. Wildlife officers say the group used chocolate candy as bait and then sent dogs after a bear to force it up a tree. The suspects then allegedly shot the animal and skinned it. The TWRA says the case should serve as a warning to others. The agency says it will prosecute poachers to the fullest extent of the law. Tennessee Democrats are gathering in Nashville tonight for their annual Jackson Day dinner. The group is holding a party at the Musicians Hall of Fame. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine is among the keynote speakers. Organizers have a special honor in store for Congressman Jim Cooper. He's set to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. And it's going to be a big day at the Tennessee State Fair. The annual celebration started yesterday. Organizers have set up all kinds of activities, a pig race, flying dog show, and a kids' ice cream eating contest are just a few of the highlights from today's schedule. Tickets are $8 for adults, $6 for seniors and children ages 3 and up. Downtown Nashville was packed last night as country star Keith Urban performed a series of concerts. I can't believe I missed this. The show started at Cumberland Park. It moved to Legends, Tootsie's, and the stage along Broadway. Fans got to hear some old favorites and a number of new songs from Urban's new album.
We're just really excited about the whole thing, and I like the way because you get your fans to come out and actually be here and support us and show, you know, that the music is for them.
I just love how he plays. He becomes one with his song. It's just amazing. It's an experience to watch him play.
Urban's new album, Fuse, hit stores on Tuesday. Nancy and I didn't make it to that. If you did, right on our Facebook page. We want to hear about it this morning. Post some pictures for us there. We're going to get a check at your forewarned weather now. Nancy, how's it looking?
Well, it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day. Notice that today will be the coolest day of our weekend, of course. Tomorrow's just slightly hotter and slightly more humid. Ann?
Nancy, thanks so much. It may be a good day to take the family out to Centennial Park. The Musicians Corner concert series is back. 3 different music acts are set to hit the stage. Music acts. The free show runs from noon to 5. 30 food trucks will be on hand, and there will be plenty of activities for the kids too, including a visit from our old pal, Snowbird. The annual Dragon Boat Festival is back, and today dozens of teams will be racing down the Cumberland River. The 250-meter course is right in front of LP Field, and if you want to go, you can sit at Riverfront Park and watch it there for free. The races start at 9, so they've been going on for about 10 minutes now. Up next, the crisis in Syria, the latest on the debate over a U.S. military strike. And later, a wild ride, dramatic new video of a helicopter crash. We're taking you out live now. This is a live picture from Briley Parkway and Opry Mills Drive. We've got a lane blocked right there, but it's not causing too much trouble on the freeway. We have news happening right now, and we want to take you out live. This is Chesapeake Drive, where we've learned about a terrible crash. A driver and a baby inside the car crashed through a fence earlier this morning. We're told the driver may not survive, but the baby is okay. And we have a photographer there on the scene. You can see police in the middle of the road and the car there in the background. It looks like a white, maybe SUV type. We're going to gather more information and bring you the latest here in just a few minutes. President Obama is going to address the nation next week about what's going on in Syria. He wants to rally support for U.S. military strikes in the country, but the question is, will Americans support it? Here's Steve Handelsman with the latest. And now that the G20 summit is over, President Obama is back at the White House. He is gearing up for his address to the nation Tuesday night. The White House is reporting that the ruler of Kuwait will visit the president later this week to talk about the issues in the Middle East. The jobs report for the month of August is out, but it's not what officials were looking for. 169,000 jobs were added last month. The unemployment rate dropped to 7.3%, but that's mostly because people dropped out of the labor force and don't count as unemployed. The Federal Reserve is trying to decide if it should start scaling back its stimulus measures expected later this month. Basketball legend Dennis Rodman has left North Korea and is now in China. He arrived in Beijing early this morning. This was a second trip to the country this year. When asked about the imprisoned American Kenneth Bay, he told reporters it's not his job to talk about it. Bay is facing 15 years of hard labor after he was convicted of hostile acts against North Korea. We have new video this morning of a helicopter crash that was caught on camera from inside the chopper. Scary. A crew from Deddy Outdoors was shooting video for a new project in New Mexico. They had several cameras on board. You can see all the different views they have there. One of the passengers talked about what he was thinking as the chopper started going down. We're going to find out today where the 2020 Summer Olympics will be held. The International Olympic Committee is going to announce the host city today. The top 3 contenders are Tokyo, Madrid, and Istanbul. All three spent their last day campaigning yesterday to get support for their bids and secure the world's biggest sporting event. I wonder where it'll be. We'll have to wait and see.
It's exciting.
And as for our weather, kind of changing topics here.
Sure.
We're going to be hot, and then I like later this week when it cools down a little bit.
There's that front I'm talking about out of Canada. Drops our temperature on Friday, and
I love Friday's forecast. Awesome. Thank you, Nancy. 9:19 is your time. Vin Diesel is back on the big screen in a sequel for The Chronicles of Riddick. Here's Carl Azuz with a preview of that and the rest of this week's releases. It was another action-packed week for high school football. The latest highlights when we come back.